3 cousins, 1 runaway dog, and a backwoods that doesn't forgive after dark. When the howls start and the trees begin to move, they learn the thing out there hunts in threes, and it's already chosen them.
What's that? You want to be scared? Come with me. You will experience tales of horror, ghosts, and death. It is not recommended for the weak at heart. Listen in the dark. It's more fun that way. This is Weekly Spooky.
Hello, my spookies. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for a little spooky in your weekly. I'm your host and narrator, Enrique Couto, and tonight's story, well, it involves going into the deep, dark woods to find a lost dog. What could possibly go wrong? But before we get to that, I want to say thank you all so much for listening to the program. It's of course still summertime, and a lot of people aren't ready for spooky season yet, but you, my dear spookies, you need spooky season all year long, just like I do. And that's why we're here, bringing you something new and scary every Wednesday. And of course, a terrifying and true crime or folklore story on Mondays. And you just never know what might pop up on Friday. In fact, this week, I'll be joined by my buddy David to talk about the vampire killer epic, Blade, from 1997. So, make sure you're subscribed on your favorite podcasting app so you don't miss a thing. And if you want to support the show for as little as $1 a month, you can head to weeklyspooky.com/join. You get 2 bonus episodes every month and our undying gratitude at weeklyspooky.com/join. You'll also get access to over 5 years of audiobooks and creepypastas. But as for tonight, they say the woods keep their secrets in sets of 3. 3 warnings, 3 chances to run, and 3 who don't make it home. Tonight, 3 cousins chase a missing pup into the dark and find something that isn't lost at all. It's hunting. So get comfortable, because the story begins right after this. Things Come in Threes by Rob Fields. Ariel Mirren comes into the mouse hole and sees me playing Donkey Kong on the full-sized arcade cabinet. "What's up?" I ask her after finishing a tough level. You should see the look on her face when she's pointing out the door. "Tell me that picture out here's a joke, mouse." When Ariel and me go out in the hallway, she points to the picture. "You're saying there are actually 3 of you? I know there's you and your cousin Eileen, but you've seriously got another twin cousin?" I smirk. "Yeah, kinda funny, huh? Anyway, I was wondering when you'd finally see this picture. It's always been hanging here." In the picture, Eileen's in the middle. I'm on her left. Then I point to our other cousin on the right. This is Daisy May. Ariel's giving me that look now. She's either gonna say she hates me, like she's always doing, or just look at me kinda funny. Actually, she's looking at me funny and, "I hate you, mouse!" I shrug. You're gonna meet Daisy May eventually. For Ariel, eventually is sooner than we think. Guess I forgot about our families getting together every once in a while. This time, though, Ariel's gonna be included, since she's part of our family now. We're in the SUV as Dad's driving us to the edge of the village. Daisy May and her family just moved to the farm we're pulling into now. They used to live in Pendleton. Daisy May's messaged Eileen and me a few weeks ago, saying her family was moving to Strickfield to take over this farm. Uncle Straight and Aunt Rose have been farming for years. They moved from one corporate farm to another. Daisy May never said what sort of stuff they grew. I'm guessing they just grow their crops and sell them. Soon as Ariel's seeing Daisy May sitting on the front porch of the big house here, she still ain't believing it. When we get out, Ariel mutters to herself, "There really are 3 mice." That's when my arm gets bumped. "You better watch it with calling us mice, Ariel." Yup, Ariel forgot we stopped and picked up Eileen. I keep telling Ariel she's got to watch it with her mice references. It's one thing calling me mouse, but Eileen'll get fuming fast. Now Ariel's shrieking when Daisy May's suddenly right in front of her. "Who you calling a mouse, huh?" Now Ariel's got wide eyes seeing all 3 of us in front of her. Yup, we all look the same. You'd think we'd all got the same mom and dad. We got the same faces, same bodies, same long dark hair, same mousy voices, and the same Velma Dinkley-looking glasses. Only way to tell all of us apart is our eyes. I got blue, Einie's got brown, and Daisy May's are green. Daisy May definitely dresses like she's on the farm, too. Light bib overalls, red t-shirt, blue kerchief hanging off her neck, and sneakers. She's even wearing her hair in pigtails. "I can't believe there are really 3 of you," Ariel groans. Daisy May points right at her. Don't you forget it." Ariel's learning our country cousin's a real spitfire. Mom's right there to help Ariel. "Easy, Daisy May. Ariel's still getting used to being part of our family now." "I'm okay, Mom. Really." Ariel's getting used to calling my parents her parents now, since they took legal guardianship of her from Adrian Mirren last month. Uncle Straight and Aunt Rose are greeting us and inviting us in now. They even welcome Ariel with open arms. Ariel's sticking close to me when Daisy May's messing with her and giving her mean looks. After dinner, me and Ariel step outside. It's kinda warm for late February. "You okay, Ariel?" I ask. "3 of you," Ariel asks again, still not believing it. I shrug. "I don't know what to tell you." She's shaking her head. "But how, Mouse? You all have 3 different sets of parents. How can you all be triplets?" "DNA works in mysterious ways," I simply say. "Miss Rodolphe says that in science class all the time." "But 3 of you," Ariel repeats again. I smirk a little. "Better get used to it since you're part of the family now." She gives me a look saying she knows. Then Eileen comes out. "I hear you both talking." She looks at Ariel. "Just be glad you don't have an older brother people call Mean Martin." "Is he worse than having my former mom?" Ariel asks. "Personally, I'd rather have your mom than my brother," Eileen tells her. "I'm sure she's the lesser of 2 evils." Ariel's shaking her head quickly. "Oh no, trust me, Eileen, you've never met Adrian Mirren, and you don't ever want to." Suddenly, Daisy May's slamming the screen door open when she's coming out. Now she's right in front of Ariel. "What's the matter, Ariel? You yella?" I turn to her. "Come on, Daisy May. Ariel's okay. She just ain't used to how things are with us. Daisy May points right at Ariel. You've been giving me them funny looks all through dinner. Y'all got a problem with there being 3 of us cousins? I see the glint in Ariel's eye and wonder if she's gonna use her light powers. She doesn't, though. I'm sorry, okay? I don't mean anything by it. But Daisy May just ain't listening. Keep calling Cousin Maddy here a mouse, and I'm gonna show you a mouse. I put my hand on her shoulder. Daisy May, it's okay. I don't mind, really. Then Eileen comes to my side. Maddy has a sign on her bedroom door that says, "Welcome to the mouse hole." Now Daisy May's giving me a weird look. What are you, loco? As the 3 of us are arguing, Ariel's probably thinking we're just 3 little mice squeaking away. Turns out Daisy May's got a little doggy named Old MacDonald. Guess the screen door didn't close all the way when it slammed back, 'cause the little guy squeezed through and came outside. He yaps and wags his tail happily before he turns and runs right off the porch. "Hey!" Daisy May calls out. "You get on back here right now, Old MacDonald. Oh, you're gonna be in a whole heap of trouble." Now we're all off the porch, chasing Old MacDonald across the big front yard. That little doggy's got a lot of pep, 'cause ain't none of us catching him. Finally, Daisy May's just grabbing him when he slips away from her. Next thing we know, he's running right across the road and heading right into the Backwoods of Strickfield. Aw, man.
Don't go away. Weekly Spooky will be right back.
I gulp hard. Believe me, this little mousie's heard plenty of stories about that place. Not to mention what my next-door neighbor and buddy Carter Cross and me seen on the Strickfield University website. Now the 4 of us are looking at each other. None of us really want to go in the backwoods, but we know we can't just leave Old MacDonald in there. You think he'll come back on his own? Ariel asks, not believing what she's saying. Doubt it, Daisy May grumbles. We gotta go in them woods and get him. Darn dog. I was afraid you'd say that. Then Eileen sighs. Okay, I guess we're doing this. When we start heading to the backwoods, Daisy May turns and stops Ariel. You gotta go back in the house and keep the adults off of our backs. But, Ariel starts protesting. Ain't no time to argue, Daisy May persists. So it's the 3 of us cousins going into the backwoods of Strickfield to try and rescue Old MacDonald. What's worse is, it's getting dark. It's also gonna be one more time Ariel's gonna miss seeing this little mousie getting scared. Talk about creepy. I think I'd rather take my chances in the Carnavash estate, I mutter. I was going to say Grim Manor, Eileen says. You 2 are just plain yellow, Daisy May groans. Have you ever been back in here before? Eileen demands. How bad can it be? Daisy May argues. They's just woods. Now it's Eileen's turn to groan. You've got a lot to learn about Strickfield, country cousin. Daisy May points at Eileen. Y'all trying to say you believe in ghosts or something? Eileen and me both look at her now. At the same time, Daisy May's looking at us uneasy. And you 2 are supposed to be in my gene pool? She mutters, then looks past us and sings. Old MacDonald, where are you darn mutt? Then Daisy May's running away, fast. Stop, Daisy May! Eileen calls out. Aw, man, I mutter. I'd heard Mom and Dad talk about how Daisy May could get into trouble. Now Eileen and me can see why. The two of us are chasing Daisy May now. Problem is, this little mousie ain't fast on two legs. I still ain't forgot about going back to 1955 and having that crazy butler chasing me around at the Carnavash estate. At least Eileen can run. Of course, she's training with Bella Tabon, so she's in great shape. Sure wish I had my mongoose. This way, Maddy, Eileen calls back. Follow me. I'm trying to keep up with Eileen as best I can. It ain't long before we come to a clearing and find Daisy May. Where you at, old MacDonald? She calls out. Here, doggy, doggy, doggy. I got you some nice snacky snacks. Sure enough, Daisy May's holding out something in her hand. You in a whole heap of trouble when I find you, you mutt, she mutters. Suddenly, something snatches the treat right out of Daisy May's hand. If Ariel would have been here, she'd have finally seen me get scared. All three of us are screaming when we see the thing. Oh, Lordy, Daisy May shrieks. Welcome to the Backwoods of Strickfield, Daisy May, Eileen squeaks. Run! Now the three of us are running for all we're worth. We can hear that thing chasing after us. Best way I can describe it is something that looks like a huge mutant version of old MacDonald. Oh man, I'm sure hoping he didn't drink none of the water back here. I'm trying to dig into my jean jacket and pull out my compact to call Mary Worth. Problem is, that mutant mongrel ain't giving me the time to receive it. That compact's really stuck good in the pocket, too. Sure feels like a great big cat chasing after three little mousies. Suddenly, I'm crying out when I feel that thing's front paws hitting me in the back and taking me down. Now I'm flat on my back with that thing looking right down at me and panting. I smile and wave at it a little. Hi, sorry, I ain't got no doggy yum-yums. Then I remember and pull it out of my front jacket pocket. You want a candy bar? I shriek when the thing lashes out with its tongue and wraps it around the bar. Next thing I know, it eats the whole thing. Wrapper and all. Aw, man, I groan. Hey! Daisy May's yelling. Y'all get off of my cousin, you hear me? Go on, get! Now the thing growls like a real mad doggy. Then it gets off of me and chases after Daisy May. Einie's suddenly there to help me up. You okay, Maddy? She asks. Aw, why do we gotta live in Strickfield? Eileen laughs a little. Yeah, you're okay. Come on, we have to help Daisy May. Who's gonna help us? I ask. Eileen and me run after Daisy May. Several minutes later, we come to another clearing and find that thing clawing at the door to a cabin. Daisy May's probably inside, behind that door. Eileen whispers in my ear. That pickup looks like it runs. See if you can get in and start it.
You're not safe yet. Weekly Spooky will be right back.
I nod quickly and move quietly toward the old beater, like the little mousie I am. Seeing the windows open, I climb up and wiggle my way inside. I get behind the steering wheel and see the keys are in the ignition. Okay, Mousie, let's hope this hunk of junk starts up. I grit my teeth and turn the key. Of course, the motor's got to crank and crank. How old is this beater anyway? Then, that mutant doggy turns my way. Aw, come on, will ya? I mutter. Please, start! Just as the thing's almost on me, the truck finally fires up. I quickly shift gears and drive away. It's a stick shift, but I know how to drive one of these now. Then I can see Eileen jumping in the back. "We have to get to the cabin and get Daisy May," Eileen calls in the driver's side window. "Working on it," I tell her. "Drive faster! That thing's almost on us!" Eileen shrieks. "And turn on your headlights!" I gulp and do what Eileen says. Fortunately, I remember where we came from and follow the dirt road. When that thing's about to jump at the truck, I slam on the brakes and quickly turn the wheel. When I'm getting out of the turn, I start flooring it again. In the mirrors, I can see the thing rolling off the road and into the trees. Einnie's slamming her palm on the top above me. "Double back, Maddy!" I drive the pickup and manage to get back to that clearing where that cabin was. I'm honking the horn now, which kinda sounds like Bull Hitzziger when he's passing gas in class. Hey, that rhymes. Just then, the front door opens up. Daisy May quickly hauls her keister and is in back with Eileen. "Get us out of here, Maddy!" Eileen calls out. "Wait just a darn minute here. You ain't the one driving, Eileen," I hear Daisy May ask. "Yeah, that's Maddy in there," Eileen tells her. Full transparency, I never learned how to drive. Now I hear Daisy May. "You're just a kid, Maddy. How can y'all be driving?" "You'd be surprised at what this little mousie can do, country cousin," I call back. "Drive faster, Maddy!" Einnie's yelling. I can see Daisy May pointing at the mutant mongrel in the rearview mirror. "If'n that's you, old MacDonald, you gonna be in so much trouble. Now you just sit. Sit!" Suddenly I'm jamming on the brakes. Now I feel my cousins thudding against the back. "What you think you're doing, Maddy?" Daisy May's yelling. "Duck, Daisy May!" Eileen cries out. My eyes go wide when I see that thing flying right over the truck. Then Daisy May's at my window, glaring at me. I raise my hand and point ahead. I didn't want to run old MacDonald over. Daisy May sees the little guy sitting and panting in front of the headlights. "Old MacDonald, you get your itty-bitty butt over here," Daisy May scolds. "Right now!" When we're all hearing that monster again, old MacDonald gets all scared and runs right to Daisy May. When she gets hold of him, she gets back in the bed of the truck with Eileen. Einnie's slamming her palm on the top of the cab again. "Get us out of here, Maddy!" "You ain't got to tell me again," I call back. Problem is, I can't drive the way we came in since that thing's right there blocking our way. I gotta take another road. I'm just hoping I can get us out of here. Then I'm remembering. I've got mirrors in the truck. Mary Worth. I don't get to finish. I see this bright light coming down in between the back of the truck and that thing. That monster doggy quickly turns tail and runs. 10-1. I know who that is. "Ariel!" I call out. Then she appears where I can see her. She's using her Queen Arcadia powers and flying on her light discs. The parentals are freaking out and trying to figure out where you three mice are. "I'll bet," I tell her. "Follow me, Mouse," she says. "Right behind you, Ariel," I call back. Ariel's flying on her light discs and leading us out of the backwoods of Strickfield. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a teensy bit jealous of Ariel, but I'm glad she's here when we need her. If you're wondering how that's even possible, well, welcome to Strickfield. I drive the truck until we're finally out of the frying pan, so to speak. But are we gonna be heading into the fire when we gotta face our parents? Einnie'll be okay, but as for Daisy May and me, when we finally reach the road, I stop the truck. Don't need Mom and Dad seeing me driving this thing. We all get out and run to Daisy May's driveway. Long story short, nobody got in trouble. Ariel told a little white lie and said she found us playing with Old MacDonald behind the barn. Daisy May's got questions on how Ariel's got powers, but she quickly gets Old MacDonald back on his leash where he ain't running away. Thanks, Ariel, I tell her. No problem, mice, she cracks. Daisy May's ready to yell at Ariel again, but she raises a glowing finger. I'll set your dog loose again. But our country cousin ain't backing down. Y'all just try it. When Eileen and me are giving Daisy May our stares, she finally backs down. Like I said, her being all feisty gets her into trouble. Just the same, she's family. Only thing is whether or not Daisy May's gonna get in trouble again down the road. Knowing Daisy May, it's a given. And that is why you don't follow strange sounds into the backwoods of Strickfield after dark. Because some things don't just hide in the trees, they wait. Big thank you to our Strickfield maestro Rob Fields for tonight's story, and I want to remind you kind spooky listeners that we do accept submissions at weeklyspooky@gmail.com. If you have a story you think we'd like, well, send it over, and we just might read it on the show. You know, I can feel fall coming along even as I'm sweating in this recording booth. Before you know it, spooky season and Halloween will come, and we'll have 31 programs to scare and entertain you for the entire month. So, make sure you're subscribed on your favorite podcasting app, and if you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure to leave us a 5-star rating. And I want to remind you that if you love what we're doing here and want to help us continue for another 6 years and counting, all you have to do is go to weeklyspooky.com/join. And I want to say an extra special thank you to our Patreon podcast boosters, folks who pay just a little bit more to hear their names at the end of the show. And they are Johnny Nix, Kate and Lulu, Jessica Fuller, Mike Eschewey, Jenny Green, Amber Hansford, Karen Weemet, Jack Kerr, and Craig Cohen. Thank you guys so much, and if you want to hear your name in my silky, spooky voice, all you have to do is head to weeklyspooky.com/join, and for the $15 a month or higher tier, you will hear your name at the end of every episode of Weekly Spooky. So thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate it, but now it's time for me to get back to work because 31 shows in 31 days, well, that is going to be a hell of a thing. So, for myself, for my executive producers Rob Fields and Bobbletopia.com, my producer Dan Wilder, and my composer Ray Mattis, I'll talk at you later.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to find your way back next week. But for now, you are safe. Trust me.